In Technical Drawing for School Certificate and GCE, written by J.N. Green, we also have this drawing on auxiliary views as a topic in technical drawing. And here we have that the front and end elevations of a cone are shown. Draw an auxiliary plan looking in direction of the arrow. So this is the arrow, and this is the front elevation, and this is the end elevation. And here we have the auxiliary plan. So what I just want to do here is to show you how you can produce this auxiliary plan with the given views. Okay, let's say the diameter of the circular end is 50 millimeters. So while we have the length from here to here, or the axis, the length of axis of the cone is 70 millimeters. So let's see how this construction can be done. Though the angle at which this arrow is inclined to the horizontal is not given to us, that is the angle of view, but you are going to see I'm going to work it out here right now. So let's start and see how this problem can be solved. So what we have to do first is to draw a horizontal center line. So we have a horizontal center line like this. Okay. All right, so we have this. Then we are going to draw a vertical center line around here. So we have a vertical center line here. So okay, so we have a vertical center line. All right, so then we are to divide diameter by 2, that is 50 by 2, it gives us 25. So we take a measurement of 25 millimeters on the ruler, and we put the pin here, so where the two center lines intersect, and we turn it round for us to have a circle. Okay, so we have a circle like this. Okay, next we are going to divide the diameter of the circle by 10 equal parts, by a number of equal parts. I'm dividing to 10, so that is 5 millimeters each. Okay, so here I have, this is 5, and this is 10, and this is 15. So we have 20, then we have 25, this is 30, this is 40, this is 55 millimeters each, and this is 45. So we have this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is to draw a horizontal line from each of these points. So to this side, so we draw horizontal line to this side. Then we come to this point here, we also draw horizontal line in this direction. So we come to this point, and then we draw horizontal line to this side. So coming to this point here, so we draw horizontal line like this, and at this point we also draw horizontal line. Okay, so coming up here, so coming up here, so we draw horizontal line. So coming here, so we draw horizontal line, and here we also draw horizontal line. So and here we also draw horizontal line, and up here we draw horizontal line to this side. Okay, so we have this. The next thing that we have to do is that we come to this end. Okay, and then we take a measurement, or okay, sorry, we draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line from here to here. All right, so then we now take the length of the axis of the cone, which is 70 millimeters. So we take it on the center line. Okay, so this is 70 millimeters. Okay, so what we have to do is just to connect this point with that point. So we connect, so these 2 points together, the line, and then we also connect these 2 points together with a line like this. All right, so we have this now. Okay, so this is the elevation, front elevation, and this is the end elevation. Then the next thing that we have to do is that we need to come to this end here. Okay, at this point on the end elevation. Okay, so we draw a vertical line up. So at this point, okay, so we also draw a vertical line up. So come to this point, draw a vertical line up, come to this point here, take a vertical line up, and then we come to this point, we draw a vertical line. So then at this point here, so we draw a horizontal line, and we are going to number these points. Okay, if you look at the drawing given to us, they did it on both sides, but that is not compulsory, so you can just have it on one side like this. So this is 0, so this is 1, this is 2. Okay, we have this to be 3, so this is 4, and then we have this to be 5. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so now, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to locate the direction of the arrow. So the arrow is, let's say it is at angle 45 degree to the horizontal. So with the 45-degree set square, I'm going to draw a line, and then so I'm going to put the angle here. So we are doing it at angle 45 degrees. So here we have this to be 45 degrees. So the angle is 45 degrees. So this is the arrow now. Okay, so we have this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so from each of these points, we are projecting a line at 45 degrees to this side. Okay, so we have to draw the line, so based on the angle at which the arrow is to the horizontal. So we also use 45 so that each line will be parallel to this arrow. So that's what we are trying to do. So I'm going to come to this point with the 45-degree set square. So we draw a line in this direction. So coming to this point, we also draw a line at this point. So we draw a line. So coming up here, so we also draw a line. At this point, we draw a line. At this point, we draw a line. And up here, so here we also draw a line at this point. Oh, this line is not straight. Okay, it's bent a bit. So here we draw, and then at this point, we also draw. At this point, we draw a line, and then at this point, we draw a line. All right, so I need to extend some of these lines. Okay, so then coming to this point here, we also draw. All right, so we have this. Then let me just extend these ones. All right, so then so with the same 45-degree set square, we draw a line that will be perpendicular to each of these lines. So we so let's position it like this. So as a center line like this. All right, so we have this. The next thing that we are going to do is that this is point 0 here. So this is 0. So with the compass, we transfer each of these points down here. Okay, so put the pin of the compass at 0. So take this distance, so 0 to 1. So we put the pin here at 0. Then we make an arc here, and then we make an arc here. So then from 0 to 2, so from 0 to 2, so we take this distance, and then so we bring it here, put at this point. Then so you draw an arc here, so make an arc here, and then from 0 to 3, so 0 to 3, so this is 3. So we have put the pin here, so make an arc here, so make an arc here, then 0 to 4. All right, so put the pin here, so make an arc here, make an arc here, then 0 to 5. 0 to 5. So you put the pin here, so make an arc here, make an arc here. All right, so we have this. So then, so let's number this. This is 1, this is 2, so this is 3. So we have 4, and then we have 5. And here we have 1, 2, so 3, and then we have 4, and we have 5 here. All right, so what we have to do now is to transfer this point to this side, because this is where we are going to have the circle. When I'm looking at the object in this direction, I will see the whole circle at this end. Okay, so that's what we are going to bring out. So so we need to transfer so this point, so transfer it to this side. So transfer this, so transfer this point, so transfer this point. Okay, so then we transfer this point. Then coming to this side, we also transfer so we transfer this point, so transfer this point to the other side, transfer this, so we transfer this point, and we transfer this point to the other side. Okay, so we have this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is to locate the point where they meet. Okay, this is 0, so just follow me. We have 0 here, so this is 1. On this side we have 1, this is 2. Okay, on this side we have 2, and this is 3. On this side we have 3, so here is 4, and here also we have 4, so this is 5, and on this side we have 5 here. Okay, then here we have 4 again to this side, is also 4 to this side. Then we have what we have 3 here, so this is also 3 here. So next we have what we have 2. Okay, sorry. Is there anyone that okay, so this part I didn't draw this particular one. You can see it. Sorry. Okay, that means all those points that we have located, we need to retrace them or take them. Okay, so sorry for that. So this is what, this is still 1, this is 1, and then so this is still 2, and I have 2. So then here we have 3. Okay, so this is now 3, and this will be 3. Okay, so this is 4. Okay, sorry for that. And then this will be 4, so this is 5 here, and this will now be 5 here. Then here we have this is 4, and this is 4 here. So I have this to be, so this is 3, so this will be 3 here, so this will be 2, and this will be 2. Okay, then I have this to be 1, this is 1, then we have 0. Okay, so that's it. All right, so what we have to do now is to join the point together with the use of French curve. So with the French curve, we are connecting this point together. So we go like this. Okay, so I have this point joined together. Then okay, so we connect this, and then so we connect so these points. Okay, so then yeah, okay, okay. All right, so we have this. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so this point here, so we connect it, not exactly 5, not 5, so just connect like this, and then so All right, so this particular point here, we are connecting it together with the apex of the cone. All right, so this is the auxiliary plan as shown to us in the diagram there in the textbook. It's as simple as I've done it here. Thank you and God bless you.